Good afternoon, FBC Salinas. This is Pastor John coming to you with another edition of the Midweek Refresher video, where I desire to provide some information as well as inspiration for you in the middle of your week. I certainly hope your week is going well, and if not, may this video be an encouragement to you and a reminder that God is with us and that He will not let us down. A couple of announcements for you. The first is this. It pertains to Streets of Bethlehem. That's happening December 2nd to December 6th. We'd love to have you help out with us in this particular ministry that we do for the past 29 years. If you'd like to get involved, please reach out to us with an email at info@fbcsalinas.com or call us here at the church, or contact Mark Rollins or Kylie Sloan, and they'll be more than happy to help explain to you how this is all going to transpire, because it's a drive-in nativity experience this year. We're trying to keep it safer, and we believe that we will be able to do that. One of the main ways that you can be involved, whether you come on campus or not come on campus for Streets of Bethlehem, is to be a part of our prayer team. And that prayer team is going to be responding to people who are going to be texting in prayer requests. And so you can do this out of the comfort of your own home and have a ministry to people who are in need of prayer, and you can let them know that you're praying for them and let them know that the Lord is with them as they go through these days as well. So if you'd love to help out with that, please let us know. We're looking for a team of 10 to 15 people to do this, and I believe it'll be a great experience for all involved. The second announcement is this, is that we are going to be moving inside for corporate worship here beginning this Sunday. And I want you to know this, that we will be implementing some very strict guidelines for this. Myself and the elders, we've been thinking and praying about this for the past few months, and there have been multiple churches in Salinas who've been meeting and have implemented very strict guidelines for when they meet, and they have been able to navigate this time fairly well. And so some of those strict guidelines are this. First, know this: if you feel sick, please stay home. Can't emphasize that enough. The second is this: when you come here, your mask will need to be on from the time you're in the sanctuary until the time you leave the sanctuary. And so want you to be I need to be very clear on that. The third is this: please park in the back parking lot. You can enter through the back gate there and park back there. The reason for this is that our children's ministry is continuing to do ministry out front here, and we want to keep Lorraine and her team and the children safe. And so if you can enter through the back gate, that would be great. If you need to enter through the front lot, simply drive along the roadway there, the parking lot, along the side of the building and go to the back parking lot. You will then enter in through the family room. There will be a temperature checking station there, and so you'll get your temperature checked, and then you will enter into the sanctuary where we will be socially distanced. I can't emphasize any of these things enough. We're going to be implementing them, and we need to be strict, because the last thing we want, or anyone wants, is for somebody to get sick and for us to be in a difficult situation. And so we're not doing this without thinking through it. We're doing this with a lot of prayer, doing this also with me talking to a number of pastors about how they've been able to navigate coming indoors through this time. So please help us implement these strict guidelines so that we can enjoy worship together. And also know this: if you're unable to join us or you're uncomfortable joining us here at the sanctuary, there is no guilt or shame. Please continue to worship with us on the YouTube channel, as well as with our interactive service that happens at 10:30 every Sunday morning. So please know that, and we're here for you. We're in this together, whether it be online or physically with one another here in the sanctuary beginning this Sunday morning. Also want to now change gears and go to this passage in 2 Corinthians chapter 7. For the past number of months, as we've been doing these midweek refreshers, you'll have noticed perhaps that I keep referring to a passage in 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians. Well, there's a reason for that. That's where I've been spending my quality time with the Lord. That's where I've been spending time there in those particular letters. And one of the things that I've been more impressed with this year, this particular season in my life, is Paul's deep love for the Corinthians. Paul wrote most of the New Testament. Paul had some incredible theological insights. Paul said things in a way that we still marvel at today, going, how was he able to communicate that concept in such a succinct way? And we focus so much on the theologian that Paul is, and what a theologian, right? I mean, amazing. But we forget this, that he had a pastor's heart, that he loved people greatly. And this particular passage that I'm going to look at for a brief moment here in 2 Corinthians chapter 7 is a great reminder of his deep passion for people and how he cared for them. No matter what was going on in their lives, he cared for them. He and his team cared for them. And listen to what he says here, starting in verse 2 of 2 Corinthians 7. Make room for us in your hearts. We've wronged no one. We've corrupted no one. We've exploited no one. What an incredible reputation this man has. He looked at people not to get anything from them, but to do all he could to help them. He didn't corrupt them. He didn't exploit them. Other people were doing that, but not Paul. And God never does that. God cares for people, and he knows what they need. Paul continues on and says this in verse 3, I do not say this to condemn you. I have said before that you have such a place in our hearts that we would live or die with you. That's deep love, that we would live or die with you. He's there. He's in the midst of it with them. And then he says this in verse 4, I have spoken to you with great frankness. I take great pride in you. I'm greatly encouraged in all our troubles. My joy knows no bounds. Did you get that? In all our troubles, my joy knows no bounds. And the reason why his joy knows no bounds is because of this deep love he has for the Corinthian people and because he continues to see Jesus Christ change their lives. So in the midst of all this great theology that Paul does, may we not forget how much he loved people. And I share this with you because I love you. It is a profound privilege for me to be able to serve as pastor here at FBC Salinas. And it is my hope over the course of the coming years that we continue loving one another. We continue looking out for one another. I pray for you. The elders are praying for you. I love you. The elders love you. We want the very best for this church. And as we continue navigating these days, yes, there is plenty of trouble in all that's going on in the world today. But I take great joy in knowing that I get to be your pastor, that I get to serve and I get to walk with you together. We can do this, and together with the Lord's grace, we can continue moving forward. I love you. May you never, ever doubt that. And if you do doubt it, give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to do all I can to remind you of the great love I have for you, and more importantly, the great love that Jesus Christ has for all of us. May you have a great rest of the week. I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm grateful for you. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.